Hey people, making corn cutlers today. And if you ask what it is, I can understand why you wouldn't know, because there is no video about it on YouTube that I could search for. The purpose of a corn cutler is you stick it in the microwave, and then you put it in the bed or under your coat or in your pocket or wherever you need to keep warm. And the corn stays pretty much warm all night. This is feed corn. We picked it up down at the feed store for $3.50 for 10 pounds. It's a lot cheaper at Tractor Supply, 50 pounds for $8.99, but we really don't need 50 pounds. Now the seamstress of the family is sewing up the first one. This is made from the pocket of an old bathrobe, and I'm going to use it in the bedroom to heat the air that's going into my BiPAP machine, since we don't keep the bedroom all that warm. And then the next one, this one is Donna's. It's open on just one end, and we're going to put some corn in it, and then she's going to sew it shut. I was going to turn the loose stuff over, although it looks better your way, I guess. But
it looks good this way.
It'll show us how much corn is in the bottom. See? There's, oops. The corn comes up to like here. So it's basically pretty flat. This one I put in the microwave for a minute before she sewed it up, and it's still warm. Come Christmas, I'll have an infrared thermometer that I could point at it, but I mean, it's noticeably warm, and the people who gave me the idea for this use them all winter, and they keep their house a lot warmer than we do. And they put one at the foot of the bed, I assume bigger than that, but this is a decent size for what I'm going to use it for. And they put it at the foot of the bed, and the guy says it holds its heat most of the night. I mean, it never really gets cold, because the bed never really gets cold after somebody's sleeping in it. So now Donna's going to try to add some corn without standing up. That's what's going to happen.
Actually, a little bit of measuring would probably work.
That would be. Yeah, one of the plastic scoopers. Otherwise, I had a scooper over here even. Now, that's a 1/4 cup measuring scoop. I don't know if she's going to measure it very precisely. 1/3 of a cup.
This isn't to measure it.
1/3. Well, we'll know anyway how much goes. 2/3. 3/3. 4/3.
You put a floor.
5/3. 5/3 brought it up to here, but when it gets flattened out, 5/3. 6/3. 7/3. See how 7/3 look. It's about
flat here.
About a 1/2 inch thick.
Put another one in.
And long enough. I don't know what she's going to use it for. I don't think it depends on what you're going to use it for. I don't know if you need more. That's pretty thick.
Okay.
Now the one that was already done that I pre-tested here took 1 minute to warm up. And it's still warm. I mean, it's been out in the open when it's not been under a blanket or anything. It's still noticeably warm. So it does tend to hold the heat even uncovered. Of course you can.
It's going to have spots that aren't covered.
Of course you could make small ones and use them as hand warmers. Stick them in your winter coat, or use them in the bed, or use them on top of your slippers when you sit around at night. Or because I have cold toes, so I'll probably get around to doing that. Make little ones and stick them in the front of the slipper. The important thing here is not to overcook them when you put them in the microwave. Like I said, this one went for 1 minute and it came out hot. And I don't know exactly what happens when you burn them, but if you put them in for too long, they burn and they're no more good. My buddy's kid did it, and he says, you know, it killed it. So I don't know exactly how it kills it, and I'm not going to experiment. But so 1 minute for one this size, and
Hold this lever up back there.
small ones.
I'm having trouble getting the thickness.
Where is the lever?
Right here.
This lever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull up on it.
It's up, I
Brings
think.
the pressure foot up. Can you get it any higher?
Nope, that's it.
It seems to be too thick.
Too bad.
Maybe I can just do...
Since you're not going to want the thing to get wet, you could probably do it with fabric glue, even in a safety pin maybe. There's probably a lot of ways to seal them. So anyway, I'll wait till tomorrow to upload this because I want to test this one out tonight and see if it gives nice warm air through my breathing machine. Otherwise, on chilly nights, I can wake up with hypothermia at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. My nose is frozen, my core is frozen, I'm dizzy,
They don't
and
want to hear about all that.
yes, they do.
They just want to know how to make corn cutlets.
I want to know how to make
They
corn
don't care about all
cutlets.
your health problems.
Oh, everybody needs to know about my health
They
problem.
don't.
Just stop by
They only
BC
care
Brad's.
about their own.
See BC Brad's page later. He's got a picture there where he's showing his weight loss. People mentioned that he really needs to do something about his toes because he's got toenail stuff going on. I thought my feet were in bad shape. But, well, like I said, I'll come back later tomorrow. Hey people, it's 2 days 2 days later than when I started. I needed a little extra time to experiment. What I did the first night was try to warm the area where the air goes into the machine, which is this dirty little slot right there. I didn't realize it was so dirty. That's the side of the filter that's taking in the air, and here's a clean side, so I'm going to need to be cleaning this thing or replacing it. But anyway, for now, that little slot is where the air goes in. Sounds like this when it's running. So, can't really get an idea of how much air comes out maybe. So I tried warming that, and that really didn't work because there's still a lot of tubing left. Now here's the tubing that's under the pillow. So last night I took the corn cuddler and put it in the microwave for a minute and stuck it in there, and then put the pillow back on top. So it's got that much tubing in there, and then this is the part that comes out top that I actually breathe through. And I put it in there an hour, I guess, actually it turned out to be 2 hours before I went to bed. I came in here, it was nice and warm, and the thing stayed, you know, it was actually hot under there. And the thing stayed warm enough that, you know, I was nice and warm. Fell asleep right away and stayed asleep till I heard Donna get up at 3 o'clock. I got up, I let Benny out, and came back and slept till later than I wanted to. I usually prefer to get up at 7 o'clock, and I didn't. So anyway, corn cutlers work very well. Maybe I'll try putting one in the bottom of the bed here tonight and I seem to have, my feet feel cold, but I think it's neuropathy, so the warmer they are, the less pain I have, so I might have to try that. But there are plenty of good uses for corn cutlers. They do emit a slight aromatic element to them, but if you don't stick your nose in them, it doesn't mean anything. It's not disturbing. It just has a hint of the smell of corn. But it's really not annoying, especially when the thing is under the pillow. So, anyway, if anything else comes up, I'll do another one. But otherwise, in the meantime, I definitely recommend corn cutlers. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.